In this video, I will talk about the polarization. So what does the polarization means? The term polarization means separating the positive and negative charge in a neutral object. So let me explain this one. Let's say you have an object here and all the circles or the sphere represents the atoms. If you have an electrically neutral object, that means the center of positive and center of negative charge lie exactly at the same point, the same location. Okay, so that means the atom looks like a spherically symmetric object if it is electrically neutral, or if the center of positive charge and the center of negative charge lie exactly at the same location, the atom is spherically symmetric. That's what it represents. This represents, that means it is a neutral object or electrically neutral. Now let's say you have a charged balloon, a positively charged balloon. This is positively charged now. If you have a positively charged balloon and if you bring this balloon to this object here, which has all the atoms here, what happens? This positive charge attracts the electrons. So the free electrons are now attracted to this side. If the free electrons are attracted to this side, so this side, and so what happens now again, so this one will no longer be spherically symmetric. The atom will now have an ellipsoid shape. So this side will have more negative charge and the opposite side will have more positive charge, and in between this one will still be electrically neutral. Okay, so this process is called polarization. So what does the polarization actually means? So polarization means separation of positive and negative charges in a neutral object. So this object is still electrically neutral, but here we just separating the positive and negative charges, and this separation is happens as far as this balloon is there. If once we remove the charged balloon, it again becomes electrically neutral. This entire object is still electrically neutral, but this one has effective more negative charges and this side has effectively more positive charges, and it happens because due to the presence of this charged balloon. Okay, so in this case we have separated the charges in a neutral object, and that's what is called the polarization. Let me explain this one by simulation. So you have a balloon here and we have a sweater which is you see it does have exactly the same number of positive charge and negative charge. Now what happens if I rub this one? Once I rub this one, so this balloon becomes negatively charged. Now if I bring this balloon closer to another object here, what you see now, all the electrons are now being pushed to the one side. Okay, so the electrons are now being pushed to the one side. So as the electrons are being pushed to the one side, the closer side becomes positively charged and further side becomes the negatively charged. So here we're just separating the positive and negative charge in an object when the other object is present, in this case the balloon. So this process is called polarization.